So guys, we'll be taking a look at VIX 25 1S today. Okay, so basically we'll just be doing an overall view and then getting good market criteria or good entry points. The previous trade we took, the previous video on VIX 100 1S smashed full TP and we were able to catch a 1:15 risk to reward trade, which was totally awesome. And let's see if we can probably do something here. Okay, so what we have on our daily time frame is actually bullish market. And why do we say it's bullish? It's bullish in the sense that the market has been creating a series of higher highs and higher lows, and for now there's no reasonable higher low that has been taken out. So sorry, as you can see here, all the higher lows are still in place. Like this is last higher low, and then this. So basically all the higher lows are still in place, and then it's been breaking structures to the upside. All these ones up here. Alright, and then this is the last okay, I think this is actually the last break of structure to the upside. Mind you, this is a daily time frame, so obviously if we were to go down to lower time frame, this would look much more significant. And since we've said, or rather we've understood that the market is going on an uptrend, the ideal thing is we are anticipating price to break above this high, then yeah, this extreme high or the extreme supply zone. Okay, so why does this keep moving? Okay, like this. So we're expecting the market to break above this. Mind you, this is a daily time frame, so I don't think we'll be holding all the way up there, but it's just to give us an overall view of the market direction. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is go down to a lower time frame, obviously. So we're going down to the 4 hours. And what's the 4 hour giving us? 4 hours is equally giving us that bullish move, the bullish wave. Okay, so I told you guys I basically use price action to pop out our trend line tool, and then let's see. Okay, so this is actually a good let me change the color so we don't have conflicting colors. Let's use white. Yeah, I think this is okay. Alright, so this is actually giving us the bullish move, right? As we can see, remember the daily time frame gave us that buy, and then there was a short term sell that came here, but then the market changed its character, this shifted market structure, and then it's currently still buying. So like I said, the anticipation is for the market to buy all the way to the purple horizontal line that we have up there. So the next thing we need to do is to go down to our lower time frame. This is basically what we call time frame accordance, to make sure that all your time frames are in sync, so that if you're taking a trade, you know that all your time frames have given you a confirmation, right, as to why you should take that particular trade. So let's see what the 1 hour is telling us. Obviously it should be bullish as well. The 1 hour is still bullish. Okay, and then the 1 hour is equally printing its own trend line, which is what we have here. I think this will give us equal uplift on the lower time frame. So this is what we have the 1 hour doing. This is what the 1 hour is printing here. So there's a high tendency that the market is actually going to come and respect this 1 hour trend line, and then if it breaks below the 1 hour trend line, then obviously it's coming to the 4 hour trend line, which is this one below. Okay, so these are our ideal points of interest. So we have one here, and then this is equally another. So like I said, if at all it breaks below the 1 hour trend line, then we should be looking at probably taking a buy at the extreme trend line. But yeah, let's still further analyze and then see what the market does. All right, so this is what we can see on the 1 hour trend line, and I think this is basically enough information for now. We've gotten everything we need from the higher time frames already. Okay, so another thing we need to note is key points or key levels that we're anticipating the market to probably reach. Now this market is retracing from now. We know that this retracement is not going to be heavy. Why? It's not going to be heavy because this is an ideal zone that would probably have pushed the market way below, but as you can see, the market has not reached this particular price point. So the wave that this market is into fold is literally not sufficient enough for us to say, oh, it's actually going to sell for a long time. I don't know if you're following though, because what I'm trying to say is, in case you don't understand, is we have minor and major supply or demand zones, right? Up here is actually major supply zone, and in order for the price to literally break below or for us to look for sell opportunities, the market needs to reach a major supply or demand, which as at this case is a major supply zone. And since the market has not reached a major supply, then is every expected buy that you see, like you ought to take any buy that you see until it reaches a particular price point. So like I said, we're looking at two regions right here. This is a major supply, and then I won't really say major supply because we have an extreme supply up here. Up here, right? So this is the extreme supply here, but then this is equally another zone, another key level to look out for. So if we're taking the buy, for instance, we're obviously going to be buying to that particular zone, and then probably expecting a rejection from here, from the purple um rectangular box or rectangular this thing we have two we have up here. So this is what the 1 hour is giving us. So basically all our time frames are giving us buy indication, so there's literally no reason for us to be looking out for selling. Okay, now the only way I personally would maybe counter trade is if we have something like this. Okay, if it breaks below this guy here and then comes back up here for comes back up here, right, which is giving us like a breakout and retest. The only reason that would make me sell this trade is if I've seen reasonable confirmation at this point, and then I would sell to this 4 hour trend line, and then probably before I move my buy, if I've seen sorry if I've seen all my criteria, then I'll book my buy at this point all the way to the upside. So this is the only criteria that would make me sell, and even if I'm selling, I'm not going to be risking the exact amount I would probably risk on my normal trades, because we are counter trading and it's basically not healthy. Alright, so this is just one of the outlook, but I don't really see price doing this though. But should in case it does, then this is what we should be looking out for. So like I said, all the higher time frames are giving us buys. Let's go down to our lower time frames and see what we can spot. So we're starting off with the fifth. I don't use 30 minutes like I always say, because I feel like the 1 hour is already giving us enough information, and for the 30 minutes to give us the same thing, it's basically what the 1 hour is giving us, the 30 minutes would give us as well. Okay, so that's why I don't use it. So our 15 minutes was actually bullish at the point. It was actually bullish. You can see from down here it was bullish, and then it's starting to go a bit bearish to the downside. It just broke through this major higher low. Okay, just broke through it, and then it's creating series of lower highs as well. So yeah, it's still bearish. So like I said, we need all our time frames to be in sync, and this is where the 1 hour trend line was giving us as a positive, as a point of interest, which probably the market should retrace on. Okay, but the 15 minutes is still giving us a sell. So for now, would avoid anything that's would make us hop into the trade at this price point. Then our 5 minutes obviously should give us a sell as well. Same thing our 15 minutes is giving us, and likewise the 1 minute should give us the same thing. So basically all we're waiting for now is for our lower time frames to change their market bias and then start buying. So we're basically going to have to wait for the 5 minutes, 1 minute, or probably 3 minutes to start buying. Now here's what I do. If I have, let's assume that this price or the market sells to where this low that we're expecting, obviously I'm going to have my trend line, okay, to signify to me that this sell is still going on. Okay, and then when it comes to my zone, which is the 1 hour trend line we have, which is at this box here, all we want to do is to see price break above this new trend line I just drew. So once it breaks above, personally for me, I'll enter instantaneously for my buy, and then place my stop loss below the low that was formed, that's at the trend line, assuming it reacts from the trend line, the 1 hour trend line, mind you. So I'll basically be looking out for my buys, and you could equally move down to your 1 minute or 3 minutes time frame to see the creations of higher highs and higher lows on such set time frames before you probably enter for your trade. Okay, I was expecting this to be like a very clean trade that will give us like very good signal that we can enter for now, but it seems we're going to have to wait. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. So let's assume all our criteria are met and it reacts from this point. So we'll be looking at taking our buy from there to, like I said, this is the first take profit region, and then sorry, let me just, and then let me use for hours so it to be more bold, and then the extreme is our second profits region. That's the purple horizontal line up here is our second take profits. Sorry, yeah, up here. So it just depends on whatever the market does and if you're willing to hold for that long. But like I said, personally for me, I don't think I can. I don't think I can wait for that long, but I can probably take my trade here, wait for the price action that will be formed. If it sells back, good and fine, then I'll look for another entry position to take a buy. So this is my buy on VIX 25 1S. So we're looking at buying the trade. The only way we're going to sell this trade is if it breaks below this 1 hour trend line, which is this one blinking, and then this 4 hour trend line as well. If it breaks below the both of them, then we're obviously going to be looking at regions to take a sell. But I don't really see that happening because there's no major supply, or yeah, there's no major supply zone that would literally make the price react the way we're probably forecasting. Do you get? So we're still going to be looking out for buys, like I said, until it gets to this point. Then once it gets, it probably might do that, which is what we're saying, or once it comes to this extreme supply. But for now, we don't see the market doing either of those things. Okay, so you can still consider this as an inducement level if you're targeting this major supply zone here. So this could be used as your inducement literally from here. So yeah, to trap early sellers. Okay, so yeah, this could be, that's why I said I'm not going to do anything after I take my profit. I'm not selling, I'm not doing anything. I'll wait for the market to do what it wants to do, and then like I said, I'll personally be looking out for buys. If it's going to take out this high, fine. If it takes it out and reacts strongly on the supply, then I can sell. So that's what we're looking out for.